Hello and welcome to the brand new episode of the weekly Stress Buster podcast, where we talk about random topics, subject trivia, and our personal stories regarding it. So, welcoming to my panel is my very good friend Abhishek.
Hi Sagar. Hello everyone. Thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
yeah, good. So, guys, today's episode is very special to us because it is about travel stories, and we have a very good traveler with us who likes traveling. And I'm also a sort of that person only, but I'm not as enthusiast as him. So yeah, let's begin our episode with the with this one with this subject called travel stories. So straight off the back, I want to ask one question to Abhishek: is which is his dream destination? So Abhishek, can you please answer that?
So yeah, it's been like you can say like past 4 or 6 weeks. I have a new interest in myself, and I am getting more like lean towards this tracking and all. ये सारा जो भी है.
Traveling
So
basically.
recently,
Yeah,
yeah, since the lockdown, like the second wave lockdown, I
yeah,
have generated a new interest in climbing the highest peak of the world. So my
great.
dream destination now is Mount Everest,
Yeah,
or the one is Mount Everest for now. And if it's not happening, then I want to climb any of these 14 highest peak of the world,
yeah.
which is above 8,000 meters.
And that is like a very big task in your hand. I hope you
Yeah.
succeed somehow.
I know it's pretty difficult, but I have seen so many documentaries, and then I have made up my mind कि अगर ये लोग कर सकते हैं, then मैं
Why
भी कर
can't you?
सकता हूँ. At least,
Obviously. नहीं, जब भी लास्ट टाइम मुझे याद है जब मैं दार्जिलिंग गया था, तो आई कुड
hmm,
सी कांचनजुंगा रेंजेस, K2 रेंजेस फ्रॉम माय व्यू. ओके,
uh,
एंड बाय लुकिंग एट द जस्ट दैट व्यू, आई वाज लाइक मुझे भी यहाँ पे जाना है. But then
uh,
knowing the struggle of all these guys moving on that top, and there is like very less oxygen on that particular peak
hmm,
or the particular height, means मैंने नहीं बोल दिया, but I know that so for some guys like you and others who likes to trek and travel, they would love to go on that kind of height or that kind of peak and achieve some goals here, right? So I
yeah.
hope you achieve that. And yeah. So for me, my dream destination, I have not fixed it, but my dream
Hmm,
destination is to go to any other Western place like US, UK, whatever it is, and
uh,
explore some of the other surroundings or other peoples not from our Asian regions, because
hmm,
I have not moved to any other places earlier, but I want to explore some places where there are like different communities, different kind of
hmm,
culture, different kind of food that is getting followed on, and need to explore those things. So yeah, my for me the my destination is basically any Western country or any other
uh,
related to job. Hopefully, if we get any opportunity, we will be moving there. But if not,
yeah.
I will be traveling somehow after this lockdown on this particular
Uh,
places that I'm talking about. Yeah. So yeah,
we we
anything to
have
add?
I think we have a you have a plan earlier to
Yes,
travel
yes,
somewhere out of
yes.
India, but
Yeah,
possibly
somehow
I guess.
it was not possible that time. But
Uh,
yeah, whenever the opportunities come and there is a good chance there, I will be moving there then. Yeah. So yeah, first
but
we have done our first question here. So yeah, moving on to our next question is, which is your favorite place that you have already gone to, and what is the favorite thing that you like about that particular place?
so ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई एक specific place होगा. There will
Ah,
be
obviously.
like दो तीन places, because if I choose one, then other will be as a partiality and
Yeah,
all.
yeah, right, right.
So
Which is the
uh,
soft corner spot?
soft corner is so पहला is like कि mountains. Wherever I have gone, like जो भी mountain related destination है, it's been always like uh, a new experience for me. So the first one, it was Ladakh.
Yeah,
So that was my first solo trip
yeah. I was
when I
about to
went to
ask you
Ladakh.
about that thing.
Yeah. So that was my first trip, first solo trip, and first ever bike trip for
Yeah,
like 12 days. So I know actually it was a very tough decision to say go on a solo trip itna dur. वो भी 12 दिनों के लिए ऑन अ बाइक. एंड घर पे किसी को बताया नहीं. सो बट आई वांटेड टू गो सिंस अ लॉन्ग टाइम. तो मैंने जब प्लान किया 6 महीने पहले, एंड धीरे धीरे जब I was getting close to it, and then on the day my travel started, um, every day was a new experience for me. Like ऐसा लगता था कि I'm going in some other dimension, or I'm going in some other world, or ऐसा अलग country. Every day I used to see something new.
Yeah.
एक दिन ऐसा होता था कि I will be completely traveling in snow. Second day was in desert. Third day was pura rocks and like mountains,
Yeah.
and there was like no one around. So like 100 kilometers या 150 kilometers में कुछ इक्के दुक्के घर दिखते थे. और but there was a peace, there was an actual peace
Yeah. Yeah.
of mind. So I met people over there, बहुत सारे लोगों से मिला, उन्होंने अपनी अपनी stories बताई how they survived there. So that was one of my best experience
Yeah. Yeah.
in our own country, in India,
Yes. Yes.
because उस ट्रिप से मैंने बहुत कुछ सीखा है.
Yeah.
And I have become stronger internally and mentally भी उस ट्रिप को करने के बाद. And पता नहीं, एक अलग सी ही एक पॉजिटिव वाइब थी वहाँ पे. Like when I have went to some monastery, हर दिन किसी ना किसी monastery में जाना होता था, and then you meet monks over there, and then वहाँ का जो praying room है and how they live during the tough winters in December. So उन सब के बारे में जान के, उनसे बात करके बहुत अच्छा लगा कि हाउ पीपल सर्वाइव. एंड मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि लाइक हम लोग यहाँ पे रह रहे हैं, हम लोग इतनी सारी चीजें देख रहे हैं, बट पीपल हु लिव्स ओवर देयर, दे नॉट सीइंग कि क्या है, वो दुनिया से डिस्कनेक्टेड है. वहाँ
Yeah.
पे बहुत बहुत रेयर रिसोर्सेज है, एंड उन सब चीजों में भी वो लोग इतने खुश रह रहे हैं.
Mhm.
सो दैट वाज लाइक वन ऑफ द बेस्ट ट्रिप. एंड second was when I went to Australia. That was completely again
New experience for
for
you.
me, new experience for me. Again, I was traveling solo, and ये पूरा एक ट्रांजिस्ट, like kind of a transit था मेरे बीच में, from being a typical Indian
Yeah.
to come into a complete modern uh, world. You see people कि बाहर के लोग किस तरीके से रहते हैं, किस तरीके से इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, the food and the culture, the
Different communities
big
getting
big
in together. Yeah.
big communities, and वहाँ का लिविंग स्टाइल तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा था. और the reason why I think that trip was important, because it was 2015. Yeah. So मैं इतना घूमा नहीं था इंडिया में तब, लाइक इतना घूमना स्टार्ट नहीं किया था, बट थोड़ा बहुत घूमना स्टार्ट किया था. लेकिन जब एंड आई बिलोंग फ्रॉम राजस्थान का एक छोटा सा टाउन, सो वेयर पीपल आर नॉट वेरी ब्रॉड माइंडेड, और
Yeah.
हमारा कम्युनिटी भी ऐसे है. सो व्हेन आई वेंट देयर एंड सी दैट होल वाइड spectrum of the culture and tradition and people knowing each other, बात किस तरीके से बात करना, interacting and all. So मैंने ऐसे I didn't hesitate like okay ये क्या हो रहा है, ये क्या हो रहा है. I opened my mind when I went
Yeah.
there, and I was taking each and every things कि हाँ मैं इनसे क्या सीख सकता हूँ and all that.
Yeah.
और every day was a so every day I used to step out from the whole house and go out. किसी भी एक गली में घूम के आ जाता था, लोगों को देखता था, लोगों से बात करता था. वहाँ का दे आर वेरी वेलकमिंग नेचर. सो इट्स बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली ऑस्ट्रेलिया में सारे लोग मिक्स कम्युनिटी के रहते हैं. देयर आर सम इंडियंस, देयर आर सम पीपल फ्रॉम यूरोप, फ्रॉम चाइना, फ्रॉम डिफरेंट डिफरेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ वर्ल्ड. सो लोगों से मिलना एंड ऑल. और या सो एक एक वो भी बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस था. सो ये दो है मेरे
Yeah.
मेरे लिए
Yeah.
सॉफ्ट
Thanks.
कॉर्नर.
Thanks for answering
एंड
that because yeah. Yes. Yes.
देयर
Please
आर
continue.
फ्यू लाइक ऐसे बोल सकते हैं जिनको मैं आई वुड लाइक टू मेंशन
Yeah.
those points. There was one more place in Himalayas, Grahan village, जहाँ पे अभी recently मैं गया था, like in March. So that was again a very good place. It was a village जहाँ पे जाने के लिए you have to trek for like around 10 kilometers. There is no road, nothing is there, और इलेक्ट्रिसिटी भी वहाँ पे बहुत कम आती है. So every day people have to descend around 9 kilometers and every day have to come back. So 9 kilometer ka trek they have to do every day. And there is a small village, it's a very beautiful village.
yeah,
और वहां जाके I have again कि that the same feeling which I got in Ladakh कि okay
yeah,
जैसे लोग यहाँ पे करते हैं. But in Ladakh I was traveling through the bike, but यहाँ पे I was trekking
yeah.
through the mountains or big rocks. So again that was a very good experience.
Yeah, thanks for answering that, because my question was about the Ladakh experience only, because I
Hmm.
think 90% of Indians have this dream of riding a bike
हाँ,
to Ladakh from a particular
yeah.
area, and you
Hmm.
somehow achieved this goal in like in between 25 years. That is like a very big thing for you. And yeah, moving
Hmm.
out is also means out of India, like Australia, and going there also experience some of the different communities and the culture. That is like a very good thing for
हाँ.
an introvert like us, who are like a from a small
Hmm.
small belongings or a very small place, and just to get out and getting all the exposure of all the other places. That is very good for us for our own character building. So if in
Hmm.
terms if मेरे मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि अगर किसी का कॉन्फिडेंस लो है, या फिर वो किसी से बात नहीं कर पाता है, या वो काइंड ऑफ इंट्रोवर्ट पर्सन, इफ यू
Hmm.
मूव आउट ऑफ सर्टेन प्लेसेस, अगर तुम तुम्हारा घर छोड़ते हो और मूव करते हो कोई और जगह पे जहाँ पे तुम डिफरेंट कम्युनिटीज के लोगों से बात कर पा रहे हो, वहाँ के प्रॉब्लम्स देख पा रहे हो, एंड देन एनी अदर थिंग, एनी फूड कल्चर रिलेटेड थिंग्स, यू गेट टू ओपन योर माइंड और योर स्पेस वॉट एवर यू आर इन, तो तुम्हारा जो डायमीटर है वो बड़ा हो जाता है, एंड यू गेट ऑल द कॉन्फिडेंस दैट वाज नॉट देयर अर्लियर. सो ये जो तुम्हारा फीलिंग है अभिषेक, वो सेम फीलिंग मैंने भी फॉलो किया है. आई हैव नॉट मूव्ड आउट ऑफ
Hmm.
इंडिया, बट बीइंग इन इंडिया इटसेल्फ इज लाइक ए वेरी डाइवर्स सिचुएशन, बिकॉज हर
Hmm.
स्टेट में हर शहर में जाओगे तो वहाँ का लैंग्वेज अलग है, द फूड दैट दे ईट इज डिफरेंट, all the things,
Yeah.
the traveling thing is also different in all the areas. Somewhere you have to go on the buses, sometime you have to board a train, sometime a flight, but there are like diverse things. Some of the areas you have to literally go with in a bullock cart or a horse ride,
Hmm.
because there is no
Yeah.
transportation required there. So yeah, for me there was an experience just like what you said was Darjeeling. So
Hmm.
Darjeeling में बचपन में जा चुका था मेरे मम्मी डैडी के साथ, and that is
Yeah.
like a, when I was very small. So I don't remember that much, but I just remember one thing of that is my hand, I think froze. It was a temperature like -5 or something like that,
Hmm.
and मतलब मेरा blood जो है वो ये हो गया था, freeze हो गया था of my hand. So they wrapped 3 or 4 blankets on top of me to get my temperature to the normal position. Otherwise my
Hmm.
breathe and all everything was stopped that time. So that is the only bad memory I have for that time, because I was
Yeah.
small and I don't remember the particular what food I ate and what not. But last year I went to Darjeeling again from Bangalore.
Hmm.
I want to tell you guys that we stay in Bangalore here, working in Bangalore. So we travel from that place. So ideally, I went to Darjeeling from Bangalore here by through flight, and I went to first Bagdogra. If
Hmm.
everyone knows here, Bagdogra is in Siliguri, so which is the closest place from Darjeeling to reach out. Okay, so I went to Bagdogra airport, and then I took the decision of moving to Darjeeling, and it was like 2 hours journey from Bagdogra, the airport, and we took a taxi there, which took us on the mountains, and that complete place, the Darjeeling that I saw that time, was like a completely new world to me, because हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि एक पहाड़ है, उसके पीछे एक पहाड़ है, उसके पीछे एक पहाड़ है, लाइक 3 and 4 माउंटेन्स फॉलोइंग ईच अदर, बट उसके उसके बाहर भी एक शहर है. After that also there is a place, means if you are in the down part of this mountain, you can't imagine कि इसके बाद कुछ हो सकता है, because that is the end point of that complete that space. But if you go, you're covering one mountain, other mountain, third mountain, but uske baad ek shahar hai, and that
Hmm.
city itself is very beautiful. The people around there and all the stuffs I have experienced there is like very nice. I like the people over there. They talk very politely, and the food and all what we get and the clothing we get there is completely western. You won't you won't think that this is India. They are very
Hmm.
stylish. They follow all the cultural thing also. They have their own temples they worship, and which are beautifully placed. It is organized very well, and they have retained all the places very nicely for all the tourism related thing. Because हम लोग देखते हैं कि we have very beautiful places in India, but they are not maintained very well. So बहुत लोग वहां पे जाने के लिए झिझकते हैं. So they don't want to go there because there is no cleanliness or any hygiene maintained there. But I think northeast and the north part has completely done that thing very well. And yeah, that was a very good experience for me. uh, about Darjeeling, the way I went, the traveling journey,
Mm.
also the train journey that followed with that particular area, everything was great. And also the food. The food के बारे में तो we will have a different podcast itself, because food
Yeah.
is like very diverse in India. And yeah, we all are foodie and we can explore this thing again. So yeah, anything you want to add, Abhishek?
So, if uh, talking about this favorite topic, so this is what I have, but
Okay.
there is a lot of more to share. So
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
in the next coming few points,
yeah. Okay.
हर एक
So
टॉपिक के लिए कुछ ना कुछ होगा.
yes, 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 obviously. So yeah, again, moving on to the next question, which I think Abhishek has already answered. And it is also
Mm.
very important for me, that question, because whenever I'm planning to move to a place I want to go, wherever it is, first thing in my mind is, will I find my sanity or mental peace there or not?
Mm.
That is
Mm.
like the most important question in my list. Whenever I want to move, I will first mark this question. Yeah, is it worth it to go there? Will I find my peace? Will I get a good sense of myself, or sanity, and all the things? So yeah, so Abhishek, first you have to answer this question. A place you want to a place you go and you find your sanity. So can you name any place where you find your sanity or
Um,
mental peace?
if I friendly tell you एक comedy आंसर होगा, but
Yeah,
I found my sanity uh, on top of a mountain, of any
yeah,
mountain. Like अगर कोई छोटा भी हो या कोई बड़ा पहाड़ भी हो, I would love to climb it on my own and just go there and sit. And yeah, adding to that point, it's sunrise also. So
yeah,
if you add, like when you go on top of a mountain and you see a sunrise, that's again become a cherry on top. तो
yeah,
uh, इसके पीछे एक बड़ा सा एक है, like I'll explain कि for me sanity is what, like I love to travel a lot, but मुझे अकेला जाना I prefer most of the
solo
time,
traveling,
and
solo
I don't
traveling.
solo traveling, and I don't want too many people around me. Okay, so if I'm going, suppose there are many places in India, ठीक है, जहाँ पे बहुत सारा crowd भी मिलेगा, but I don't want to go at a crowded place. Okay, because then that does not make any sense for why I am traveling. The reason why I travel to just get out of my zone and enjoy myself, और एक peace environment, एक nature जहाँ पे मैं I can go and sit and I can just think. कुछ भी मतलब my mind should be blind, like कुछ दिमाग में ऐसा कुछ thoughts या कुछ नहीं आने होने चाहिए कि ऐसा
Hmm.
कुछ है या क्यों चल रहा है ये. बिकॉज इन टुडेज लाइफ हर किसी के अलग अलग ऑप्शन है. हर कोई जॉब से परेशान होके थोड़े टाइम के लिए कहीं और जाता है. किसी को अकेला रहना पसंद है, किसी को घूमना बहुत ज्यादा पसंद है. तो इफ यू आस्क कि कुछ लोग तो ऐसे है कि जिनको सैनिटी अपने रूम के चार दीवारी में बैठे बैठे तो मिल जाती है, और ऐसे
Yes,
लोगों को
yes, of
मैंने
course.
देखा भी है जो कभी घर से बाहर नहीं निकलना चाहते. लेकिन फॉर मी, मुझे आई लव टू टेक ब्रेक, लाइक इन एवरी 3 months के बीच में एक देर वुड बी अ टाइम गैप कि हाँ मैं अगर 2 दिन के लिए या 3 दिन के लिए भी कहीं भी जाके आता हूँ, या किसी भी स्पॉट पे जाके रह के आता हूँ, या एक शांति से भरे मतलब से दैट द पीस इन द एनवायरनमेंट, और जहाँ कोई इंसान ना हो, जहाँ सिर्फ तुम हो, और देन यू गेट दैट फील कि हाँ पीस, सैनिटी और ये सब से इन सब चीजों से रिलेटेड. तो मेरे लिए कुछ एक दो जगह है जो जहाँ पे मुझे बहुत ज्यादा वहाँ पीस मिला था. और एक पॉइंट तो ये भी आया था कि जब मेरी आंखों में ऑलमोस्ट आंसू आ गए थे, क्योंकि अ, वो टाइम एक ऐसा टाइम होता है कि तब पता नहीं माइंड में क्या चल रहा
you
होता है,
you
एंड देन यू
you
थिंक
find
कि
you basically find yourself on that particular
हाँ,
moment
एक
कि मैं
ऐसा
क्या हूँ मतलब.
यू विल थिंक कि एक प्लेन है, इट्स एक एम्प्टी बहुत बड़ा प्लेन है, और जहाँ पे तुम उस प्लेन के एकदम बीच में बैठे हो जहाँ पे चारों तरफ कुछ नहीं है,
हम्म.
एंड देन यू फील एवरीथिंग अराउंड यू, कि हवा कैसे चल रही है, पानी कैसे बह रहा है, और किस तरीके का एनवायरनमेंट चेंजेस हो रहे हैं तुम्हारे अराउंड. तो फॉर मी एक अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस है. मेरी लद्दाख ट्रिप में आई यूज टू वोक अप एवरी डे लाइक 5:30, क्योंकि वहां पे सनराइज 5 o'clock हो जाता था. और जो मेरा बाइक ट्रिप स्टार्ट होता था, इट यूज टू स्टार्ट एट 8 to 9 के बीच में. सो आई हैव दैट 2 hours का स्पेयर टाइम. तो
Yeah.
मैं जहाँ जहाँ भी मेरा स्टे होता था उसके आसपास में अकेला निकल जाता था घूमने, कि क्या
Mhm.
है. और ऐसा हुआ था पैंगोंग लेक पे. काफी लोगों को पैंगोंग लेक के बारे में पता
Yes,
होगा.
yes.
सो
Because of Three Idiots.
वहां पे या सो वहां पे सनराइज होता है आई गेस 4:30 to 5 के बीच. और मुझे कैंप जहाँ मैं स्टे कर रहा था कैंप में, मुझे उसने बोला कि आपको सुबह जल्दी उठना पड़ेगा, लेकिन वहाँ के अलग चैलेंजेस है. वहाँ पे आपको सुबह अराउंड 5-4:30 के बीच में माइनस में टेम्परेचर होता है वहाँ की. जो जो क्योंकि जब मैं गया था तब तब इट वाज अ स्टार्टिंग मई में. तो वहाँ पे एकदम फ्रोजन पॉइंट पे जो लेक है वो भी फ्रोज हो जाता है. तो
Hmm.
सुबह इतनी ठंड रहेगी और बहुत हवा चलेगी, लेकिन सनराइज विल बी अल्टीमेट. सो मैं सुबह उठा हर बार की तरह, और मैं 1 घंटे तक पैंगोंग लेक के पास में बैठा, 1 घंटे से भी ज्यादा. कोई
Yeah.
नहीं, कोई एक सिंगल, मतलब कोई इंसान
Single
तो दूर
soul.
की
कुछ
बात,
भी नहीं.
एक कुछ एक बर्ड या कुछ भी नहीं दिखा होगा मुझे. और मैं सिर्फ धीरे धीरे देख रहा हूँ कि सन कैसे धीरे 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 ऊपर आ रहा है. मेरे सामने लेक है, मैं एकदम लेक की एज पे बैठा हूँ, और पानी ऑलमोस्ट फ्रोज हो चुका था, इतना ठंडा पानी था. लेकिन मैं 1 घंटे तक जैसा था वैसा का वैसा बैठा रहा. मैंने कहा यहाँ से हिलूंगा नहीं जब तक सनराइज नहीं देख लेता.
Yeah.
सनराइज देखा, और फिर
Yeah.
मतलब वो एक अलग ही फीलिंग होती है व्हेन यू,
Yeah. Sometimes something
उसको
is
बोल नहीं
so
सकते.
beautiful that you can't emphasize it. मतलब तुम
यस.
उसको देखते जाओगे, मतलब you can't explain it also to
हाँ
someone, and you don't want to miss that particular moment also. So तुम वहाँ पे बैठे ही रहोगे unless you
हाँ
completely are done with that whole process. तो ये टाइम सबके साथ आता है. सो या आई हैव आल्सो
हाँ
एक्सपीरियंस समथिंग लाइक दैट. बट टॉकिंग विथ यू, आई कैन 100% say that you are a mountain person, not a water
या.
person.
I've been to water person. इसका एक और so but the problem is कि मैंने बीचेस एक्सपीरियंस किए हैं इंडिया
Yeah.
में, और बाहर भी एक्सपीरियंस किए बीचेस ऑस्ट्रेलिया में. बट द प्रॉब्लम इज कि मेरा जो फर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस था बीच का वाज इन गोवा. और
Yeah.
वहां से एक अच्छा इंप्रेशन नहीं लगा.
हाँ.
बट उसके बाद फिर मैंने मुंबई के बीचेस देखे, फिर मैंने ऑस्ट्रेलिया के बीचेस देखे. वहाँ के बीचेस तो ऑब्वियसली बहुत ज्यादा अच्छे होते हैं. और फिर मैं पौंडीचेरी गया था. वहाँ के बीच से
Yeah.
मुझे इंडिया का जो जो मेरा मेंटालिटी था बीचेस का, वो वापस
Yeah.
रिवाइव हुआ कि नहीं ऐसा नहीं है, काफी
Yes.
अच्छे बीचेस है वहाँ पे भी. और बट हाँ, मतलब मुझे आई एम अ माउंटेन पर्सन, आई एम नॉट अ बीच पर्सन.
Yes.
तो
Yes. Completely opposite from you. I am not a mountain person, but I'm a beach person because I am हर साल में मैं आई एम ट्रैवलिंग somehow in any place which has a good beach around it. So मैंने even pandemic के बीच में भी I have moved to Goa also for a 7 days trip. In between the ease when there was a lockdown ease around November 2020, that time I again moved to Goa for like fourth time that time. And yes, I like the beach part because just like you like the sunrise, I like the sunsets because I like to capture the photos as well, and I like to be on that particular place where the sunset is happening. That is like a very mesmerizing view for me. But talking about the sanity thing, okay. What I found is मुझे sanity वहाँ पे मिलता है जब whenever I'm in a religious place. Yeah, some as you said, someone can get a sanity or the peace, mental peace in four walls also while doing meditation. You can achieve that thing also there. But some of you can go into the mountains as well, some of them in beaches. But I think I find it in a religious place. where there is a temple or something like that.
mm,
So earlier my education was done in Pune, and if you know Pune, everyone has been in Pune already. So you know about the Dagdushet temple and the temple near
yeah.
Swargat, Ganpati's temple near Swargat. So these two
Mm,
places I used to visit like in a month, one day a month. So I used to stay like 2 hours there just for my sanity or any peace related thing, anything that is eating me up or making me worry about my career, my future, whatever it is. So just being there, वहाँ पे बैठ के आरती सुन रहा हूँ. I don't know मतलब मुझे पूरा आरती भी नहीं पता है, nothing that
mm,
of that sort. इतना religious तो नहीं हूँ मैं, but I think that the sanity or the environment that we are in also works on that particular thing about sanity. जिस environment में तुम खड़े हो वो भी जज कर
mm,
सकता है या फिर वो भी बहुत मैटर करता है to find
हाँ,
those sanity. So yeah, these two places in Pune itself, I got this thing. And also talking about Pune, everyone knows about Pune that there are like many mountains and many hills and what not
हाँ,
is there. So being in Pune for like 6 7 years, Abhishek was also with me in Pune. So I have not traveled with him so that much, but being in Pune, I know he has traveled as well. So we have traveled to all the mountains that are there, from
mm,
Siagat to all the lakes to all the forts to everything. एंड आई कांट एक्सप्लेन दैट फीलिंग बिकॉज मैं 2 बार जा चुका हूँ सियागढ़, 3 बार जा चुका हूँ, एनी अदर टाइम लोनावाला में 1000 बार जा चुका हूँ, बट वेन एवर आई गो
mm,
देर देर आर सम मेमोरीज that comes again, that hits back to me, the nostalgia feeling that I have from my city, which is Pune, that I
mm,
won't be able to explain. And every time I go again there also, I feel the same thing. I don't know what magic it is, but that nostalgia hits me every time I go there. And yes, to get the sanity also or to get any kind of break while working, जैसे 3 महीने में हम लोग frustrate हो जाते हैं काम कर करके. So that time,
mm,
just as you said, like getting a 2 to 3 day break and going to Pune or Mumbai, Pune. I'm not talking about Mumbai. That sanity comes to me, man. Again, तो दैट ब्रीदर इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर यू. अगर तुम्हें वापस 6 मंथ्स जाके वापस काम करना है, जस्ट टेक ए ब्रेक,
mm,
whether be it 2 days, 3 days, 6 days, whatever it is. Get your mind settled in and then start working back again, because you can't quit your job, you can't quit your work,
yeah.
but you can get a small break for your own self, for your own growth. That's what I want to say. Yeah. Anything you want to add, Abhishek?
Uh, no, so, अगर पुणे की बात से याद आया कि when I, like I've been in Pune for almost like 5 to 6 years.
Yes, yes.
So when I came out from my hometown in Rajasthan, when I came to Pune, obviously like from a small town coming into a city like Pune, Pune has a very different culture, वहाँ के
Vibe.
लोग, वहाँ के vibes. So जो मेरा ट्रैकिंग इंटरेस्ट था, that was started from Pune itself.
Yes, yes.
And जो मेजर मुझे एकदम ट्रैक में जब मुझे ऐसा ब्रेक थ्रू मिला कि नहीं, now I want to trek, was from Katraj to Siagat, I guess, the night trek.
Yes, yes, yes. Siagat to
और
Rajgarh you're talking about, right? Siagat to
no,
Rajgarh Fort.
Katraj to Siagat night trek.
Okay. Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so उसमें was like I was trekking from one mountain to other mountain,
Yes,
and I
yes.
was seeing the whole view of the Pune city
From
in
that
like around रात के
top.
12 12 1 बजे.
Yeah,
So एक एक अलग सा ही मतलब एक
yeah.
अंधेरी रात में एक एक चमक है और तुम उसके ऊपर चल रहे हो.
Yeah, yeah, that is a
तो वो एक अलग
mesmerizing you.
एक्सपीरियंस था.
हाँ.
हाँ.
Siagat,
और
anytime you
फिर
go,
मैंने
you get the same
हाँ
experience. Whether be it day or night, you can see the whole city from top, and it is like a
या
very good experience to be there. And
हाँ.
if you are trekking, that is like cherry on the top. That if you
हम्म.
are trekking from one mountain to another, that is a completely different thing. Yeah, great.
और फिर उसके बाद मैंने एक और ट्रैक किया था, वो था वसोटा ट्रैक,
Okay.
सातारा में. सो वहाँ पे एक दिन स्टे किया था लेक के पास, और फिर वसोटा सेंचुरी के अंदर से, आई थिंक वो एक वाइल्ड लाइफ सेंचुरी है, बहुत बड़ा डैम है वहाँ पे. सो वहाँ पे 2 घंटे की बोटिंग करके लेक से बोटिंग करके 1.5-2 घंटे की बोटिंग करके वी वेंट टू अ पॉइंट. इट वाज अ आई गेस इट वाज अंडर फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट. तो वहां जाके वी स्टार्टेड ट्रैक ऑन टॉप ऑफ माउंटेन वसोटा फोर्ट. सो वहां पे भी लाइक वो ट्रैक भी काफी अच्छा था. एंड फ्रॉम देयर ओनली आई हैव लाइक दिस मेजर चेंज इन माई सेल्फ कि नो आई वांट टू ट्रैक.
Yeah,
और जब भी कोई पहाड़ दिखता था, ओके चलो चढ़ते हैं इसको.
yeah,
आई
yeah.
डोंट थिंक कि कितना ऊपर है या वेदर आई हैव प्रॉपर इक्विपमेंट शूज और समथिंग. नहीं, बस चढ़ना है तो चढ़ना है.
I have been that kind of person. जब मुझे ट्रेकिंग का
हम्म.
एक फेज था मेरी लाइफ में, when I used to trek
हाँ.
just like you. मैंने बहुत बड़े बड़े
हाँ.
ट्रेकिंग भी किए हैं,
हम्म.
including the thing in Khandala, that
हाँ.
that fort that is called Rajmachi Fort, which is on top of
हम्म.
Khandala. Like we traveled like 8 hours walking to get into the top of the fort, and we stayed in the
हम्म.
night on that particular place. So वहाँ पे
हम्म.
ऐसा था कि हम लोग जब सोए थे रात को, and then we woke up the next day, there was like
हम्म.
clouds getting inside our house, क्योंकि हम लोग cloud layer के भी ऊपर थे. Means from the top we can see that the rain is happening down the way, क्योंकि
हम्म.
clouds हमारे layer में थे, and the rain is happening down there. Okay.
हम्म.
And वो clouds में हमारे घर में घुस रहे हैं, and then that was like a very different feeling because we have never done something like that earlier. और इतना इतना एक्सप्लोरेशन भी तभी पॉसिबल नहीं था बिकॉज ऑफ लैक ऑफ मनी एंड ऑल. सो पुणे से
हम्म.
हम लोग लोकल ट्रेन में गए थे खंडाला तक,
हम्म.
लोनावला खंडाला तक, एंड देन बाय ऑटो we got to that place where that trekking starts on that mountain's bottom area,
हम्म.
base area. And the trekking happened, it took 8 hours for us to reach on top, which was very heavy for us because जूते
हम्म.
वूते सब फट गए थे because that was not
हम्म.
a proper road. So and then but the memories and the feeling that I have from that particular thing is still refresh in my mind, whether कितना भी problem हुआ हो या कुछ भी हुआ हो, but
हम्म.
that memory still stays with you forever because I think the memories that you have while traveling, that memories won't go easily. बाकी सब तुम,
Yeah.
अभी हम लोग एक दूसरे से बात कर रहे हैं, हम लोग एक टाइम बाद भूल जाएंगे, बट द मेस्मराइजिंग व्यूज एंड द थिंग्स वी एक्सप्लोर एंड विच मतलब बैक ऑफ द माइंड हम हमें खुश कर रहा है, दैट वी नेवर फॉरगेट. उसमें कुछ गलती हो जाए, कुछ मिस्टेक्स हो जाए, कुछ गलत हो जाए, दैट डजंट मैटर बाय दैट
हम्म.
पर्टिकुलर टाइम. या या मूविंग ऑन टू आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, that is your go-to destination. That is that I think we have already answered this question, but
That
this
I
thing,
think
yeah, yes,
सबको
Abhishek.
पता चल जाएगा कि लाइक about जितना मैंने बताया है, they would think कि हाँ, for to go person is like any mountain
Yes, yes, yes.
which is high enough.
Yeah, but I already answered this thing. My go-to destination is always Pune because I have
Hmm.
my all the memories from my college life to all the relationship that I had, first relationship, whatever be it. Okay, everything was there on that particular timing and on the particular place. So that
Hmm.
memories will always stay with me, and I get all the positive vibes going there. So
Hmm.
yeah, Pune will be my go-to destination whenever I want to, not Goa.
For me, then there is a one, but it's not a one place, but it's a complete, you can say, a range. This is Himalayas. So
Yeah, yeah.
Himalayas में कहीं भी किसी भी destination पे कोई भी city या कोई भी गांव.
This question is something like अगर तुम्हारे पास 2 दिन है, okay,
Hmm.
and 2 दिन की छुट्टी मिल गई है, कुछ भी whatever is happening and you get 2 to 3 days, which place you want to
Hmm.
go first? उस particular time में you can't plan
उस
Himalayas on that
पर्टिकुलर टाइम में
time.
उस पर्टिकुलर टाइम में डिपेंड करता है कि वेयर यू आर. सो
Yeah, yeah,
आई डोंट रिपीट थिंग्स. जैसे कि
yeah,
लाइक
yeah.
आई बीन टू गोवा तो एक ही
Yes,
बार गया
yes.
हूँ. एंड सो आई कीप गोइंग समवेयर लाइक नियर बाय, तो एक सेकंड दूसरे प्लेस या फिर, बट आई डोंट रिपीट. सो ऑन गो प्लेस ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि हाँ मतलब
Yeah.
चलो यहाँ पे जाके आ गए तो वापस निकल ले. बट ऐसा है कि हाँ, कहीं पे पीसफुल जगह पे जहाँ पे कम लोग हो,
Hmm.
माउंटेन अगर होता हो, इट विल बी अ प्लस पॉइंट
Yeah,
कि
yeah.
हाँ चलो वही चलते हैं.
Yeah. reminding me of the journey thing. मुझे याद है in this lockdown period, in the last Feb,
Hmm.
when in March lockdown started, and in Feb, luckily I went to Pondicherry that time for the first time,
Hmm.
and that was like a very good experience for me, because staying in Bangalore, you know how hard it is to get a proper beach, because
Hmm.
there is no beach surrounding Bangalore. So you
Uh,
have to travel like almost 5 hours for to get a good beach. And we got to know about Pondicherry. That place was already in our list, but I was not aware of what's happening there. But I got to know from you only, I think, about Pondicherry that time.
hmm.
Yeah, so we planned it. I planned it with one of my friend, and we went by car there. So Pondicherry is
Hmm.
something like a mini Goa there, which has all
Hmm.
beautiful kind of beaches, just like Goa. But the culture and the thing that are there in Pondicherry, you will not get to see in any other place, because I guess, they are following the French culture over there,
Hmm.
French or
Yeah.
the Italian culture there. So they have all the bakery products, say like whatever,
Yeah.
the housing and all, whatever the infrastructure is there in their particular regions in French or
Hmm.
Italy, they are following the same structure here in Pondicherry. And just for your knowledge, this city is a union territory there. So all the rates which are high in Goa, so you can get an affordable trip also in Pondicherry. So your petrol
Hmm.
price and all the things that are required are little bit cheaper over there, and you get to have a very good quality time on that particular place. So it is covered with wholesome good 3 4 beaches there, with all the foods and all the bakery products, whichever you have not explored till now, you can explore over
Hmm.
there. So I thought of adding this in our session. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pondicherry is a
Because
place you can add it on. Yeah, please.
Pondicherry, say, I also have a lot of memories. So
Abhishek,
it was a like,
can you please mention some of the places which are little affordable as well, but which are very beautiful and which are very unexplored? So can you
in
just give some
in
suggestions?
Pondicherry or like
No,
all over the India.
any places which are little bit
Uh,
affordable, but are very
uh,
good and unexplored, that you have
okay.
explored. Yeah,
So I'll come to that, but I was telling you my Pondicherry story. Huh.
yeah,
So it's a busy usual office life. Like
yeah,
Thursday and Friday we were stretching,
yeah.
and then suddenly someone come and ask me कि Pondicherry चलना है क्या अभी? I was like okay चलो, and रात का बस लिया, निकल गए, एंड कुछ प्लान नहीं कि कहाँ जाना है क्या करना है, बस एक एयरबीएनबी बुक किया और बीच के पास में, और बस निकल गए, पहुंचे वहां पे सुबह, स्कूटर रेंट किया, और फिर डे वन से लगा के लास्ट मोमेंट तक, जब तक मैं बस में चढ़ रहा था, तब तक मैंने हर बेकरी के अंदर जा जाके ये आइटम ट्राई किए।
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
मैंने मैंने वहां पे एक बेकरी है जो बहुत फेमस है, वहां पे मैंने 3 से 4 बार विजिट किया होगा। वहां
Yeah,
पे एक टाइम ब्रेकफास्ट भी किया, वहां पे लंच भी किया, वहां पे डिनर भी किया,
yeah,
और वहां पे पौंडीचेरी में मैंने एक नया एक्सपीरियंस भी सीखा था, सर्फिंग। सो अगेन लाइक वो भी एक यूनिक एक्सपीरियंस था।
yes,
सो
yes.
पौंडीचेरी इट्स एक्चुअली अ वेरी गुड सिटी, स्मॉल, छोटा सा, इट्स लाइक नॉट बिग लाइक गोवा, small city and you can quickly go here and there, but it's a 2 day trip,
Yeah, yeah.
or
So anyone wants to plan something out for like 2 days or a mini weekend trip,
huh,
you can plan for Pondicherry, which is closer to Bangalore. And yeah, if
mm,
someone is in Bangalore, they can add on to the list, or whoever is in
yeah,
Maharashtra or any other place can also add it. It's a very must go place if you want to. And
and
speaking
then
about, yeah, Abhishek, just one thing I want to add about
yeah,
the
yeah, sure.
sanity thing. I completely forgot that thing, but the experience of getting underwater. Okay, I did the underwater scuba diving this time. I did
Mm,
last time also, but I was a little bit scared that time, and I didn't
mm,
enjoy it that much on the first go. But going for the second time in Tarkarli, it is near Goa. If you are aware of that place,
mm,
so I took a dive I took a dive there over there in the near the Sindhudurg Fort, which is like 40 kilometers from Goa. The
mm,
place name is called Tarkarli. So you have all the scuba diving thing over there. So I took a dive for like 40 minutes over there on that particular place, and 40 minutes and 20 to 25 feet down there in the bottom of the sea. That whole experience is like very unique and mesmerizing for me, because that experience you can't explain to someone.
mm,
being in that Being in that silence zone, you can't hear your own voice also there inside the sea, and all the fishes and all the that is a completely different dimension, because that these kinds of kind of creatures and this kind of environment you are not able to see on top of land.
mm,
So just like the sanity thing, I found a bit of sanity over there also, whenever there is a zero noise place. Zero noise
mm.
place isn't, you can't hear anything, you can just hear the vibrations of that particular area that you are in. So yeah, that was a very beautiful moment in my life actually. If I want to rank some of the things that is very on top, the underwater scuba diving is one of them. Yeah, so I would recommend whoever wants to do this thing, kindly get it in a good, get that thing in a good place like Tarkarli or Goa, any other places which are good for the, and kindly explore this thing. This is like a once in a lifetime thing. You will forever remember this thing in future. Yep.
Yeah, so a core point for the sanity thing, I forgot to mention. Um, Sunrise for me, every day, like it's give you a reset of
Yeah.
myself. So I go for a walk every day early in the morning, like 5 to 6 yes के बीच में जब भी sunrise होता है.
Yeah.
And whenever I see a sunrise, whether let it be अगर एक normal sunrise है या फिर एक बहुत cloudy sunrise है या फिर कैसा भी sunrise है, but whenever it comes out and if I'm watching it कि हाँ एक sunrise हो रहा है, it automatically reset my mind कि okay, जो भी हुआ है अब तक, लाइक कल कैसा गया तुम्हारा, whether your day was not good yesterday या फिर 2 3 दिन अच्छे नहीं थे, but it give you a restart of your
This is a fresh
mind
day.
or of your life. Yeah, so I consider that as a like कि, हर दिन is a new day,
Yeah.
so let it uh, try something new and you have to live up to it ताकि you don't have a regret कि मे बी मैंने क्या हुआ दिन अच्छा नहीं
Yeah.
गया,
Yeah.
सो डोंट कीप इट फॉर द नेक्स्ट डे. और तो ये एक मेरा एक और है पॉइंट इंसैनिटी कि
Yeah.
हाँ,
Yes.
लाइक बिकॉज आई टोल्ड यू ना कि एक किसी इंसान चार दीवारें में भी मिल सकते हैं, और फॉर मी इट्स एवरी डे. फॉर आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट एवरी डे, देन गो फॉर अ वॉक, watch a sunrise, reset your mind, reset your whole day, and then
Yeah.
because it's gives you a new energy, it's a
Yeah.
good positive energy.
Yeah. So yeah, I think everyone should have a reset button, whether it is anything,
Mm,
whether you see
yeah.
sunrise, sunset, whatever it is. But don't hold on to things. Okay, if like 3 or 4 days something bad is happening, and you want to reset something, go on to explore something new. But if you're just staying at the same place for the fourth day, you're also going with the same phase. Okay, so just
Mm,
like what Abhishek said, if you're watching anything new or exploring something new, it might be a reset button for you. So you might need to try something out, whatever works for you. Just like what sunrise works for Abhishek, what other things work for me. You should try of your own what is helping you and what is not helping you out. Yeah. So moving on to our next question is yeah, this is a very funny and a very beautiful question. First place you want to visit after lockdown, because everyone knows from last 2 years we are stuck at home. No one is
uh,
moving here and there. We can just imagine of where we are going in our future stages. Yeah, so I want you to I want you to ask that which is the place that you want to move first, that comes in your mind that after lockdown इधर तो जाना ही है मुझे, या इधर मैं सबसे पहले जा रहा हूँ.
तो एक्चुअली मैं लॉकडाउन में 2-3 जगह ट्रैवल करके आ चुका हूँ
Yeah,
तो
everyone had.
for this question doesn't as a big sense for me, but yeah, there is one place uh, that is ABC, that is Annapurna Base Camp.
Where is
It's
it?
a short form, ABC.
Where is it?
It's in Nepal.
Okay.
So Annapurna again, I think it's the seventh or the sixth highest mountain peak in the world,
Oh yeah.
and that's the subse, like you can say, one of the most dangerous to climb. Like like Mount Everest, nowadays there is like group of people, like hundreds of people go for Mount Everest, but Mount Everest के summit में. But यहाँ के there are few specific, like one is K2, Kanchenjunga and Annapurna.
Yeah.
यहाँ के fatality rate is like 1:2 या फिर ऐसा fatality rate है कि in a group of five, two won't return. So but I have to go till the base camp,
Okay.
not कि जाके ऊपर चढ़ गए. So there's a this base camp. I saw a video, और उसमें there's a whole journey of from from Nepal, काठमांडू से लेके they go till ABC. Uh, few of them have went through the trekking. कुछ लोगों ने आधे रास्ते कार से गए और फिर आधे रास्ते ट्रैक किया. But yeah, so my this is the destination which I have planned, and most probably if lockdowns open, so next year March maybe I am going for that.
Okay. So Abhishek,
So
one thing I want to ask you here. So whenever
mhm.
you are saying something like I want to trek on this particular mountain or a dangerous mountain like this, so what are the safety measures that are taken for this case? Because everyone wants to return back. Okay. Nothing
Mm.
like I don't want to return back. Everyone want to return back.
हाँ.
So what are the safety measures that these guys are carrying with them?
So for these mountains, ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम्हारा ट्रैक लीडर लेके जाएगा. There is no term as a trek leader. There is a
Mm.
term as Shepra, जो
Okay.
कि एक group of people है who belongs from Nepal,
Mm.
and you can say a community. Shepra जिनको
Is
community
he a
बोलते हैं.
guide? Is he a guide or something?
इट्स अ कम्युनिटी.
Okay.
कम्युनिटी ऑफ, जैसे इंडिया में कोई कम्युनिटी होती है, अलग अलग
Yeah, yeah,
कम्युनिटीज होती है,
yeah,
वैसे
yeah.
एक नेपाल में कम्युनिटी है, उनको शेपरा बोलते हैं. सो दोज आर द पीपल हु रिस्क देयर लाइफ, और वो तुम्हारे साथ जाते हैं ट्रिप पे. दे टेक ऑल द मेजर्स, लाइक दे अरेंज योर फूड, दे अरेंज योर बेस कैंप, दे विल बी विथ यू. लाइक अगर 10 लोगों का ग्रुप है तो उसमें 10 शेपराज होंगे, 8 शेपराज होंगे, तो वो लोग तुम्हें लेके जाते हैं, एंड दे टेक केयर ऑफ एवरीथिंग. या ऑब्वियसली इफ यू आर क्लाइंबिंग, गोइंग टिल दैट हाइट, you need first aid kits, medical support, and climatic condition, which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because अगर तुम्हारा climatic condition सही नहीं हुआ, and anything can happen. If what if there is an avalanche? you, अगर आप ट्रैक कर रहे हो और कोई avalanche आ जाए या फिर एक storm आ जाए, then you won't be able to go ahead, or you won't be, someone won't be able to find you कि क्या हुआ है. So obviously it's a risk. People go there as a part of adventure, but yeah, there is a same amount of risk. I have seen so many documentaries की जिसमें famous लोग जो गए हैं वहाँ पे, they have lost their life.
Yeah.
Like uh, so uh, so this group Shepra, they take all your responsibility to नीचे से लेके ऊपर तक and ऊपर से लेके नीचे आने तक की. And yeah, they all take care of all these things.
Yeah.
The safety measures, तुम कैसे जाओगे, until unless you are like a pro and you are already done a mountain like 2-3 times.
Yeah.
So there was a guy from, I guess, from Switzerland. uh, he already climbed Mount Everest 5 times,
Yeah, I have heard about
and
this news. Yes, yes.
uh, and he was climbing Mount Everest, but he went alone this time. And he tried कि okay, I'll do it from, not from this way, I'll do it, try from this way, because ये एक नया है. And उसके साथ कोई नहीं था, he was doing alone. 2 लोग थे उनके साथ, and दोनों was experienced guy. One was a Shepra with him, and he stayed back, but the guy went up, और उसने नया रास्ता try किया, and he couldn't make it.
Yes, yes.
So you have to be very careful.
Yeah,
while
yeah,
doing such thing, because there is an equal amount of risk, and if there are people who are dependent on you, then you should
yeah, yeah.
think about it. Yeah,
Yes, yes, 100%. This is a
every
very
every
valid
step
point.
can be a
Yeah. The
mistake.
adventure and the other things are like a different thing. But if there is someone
Uh,
dependent on you, or if you don't want to
mm,
risk your life, better not go to that place, or better not go to that extent. You can explore mountains as well without taking any
yeah,
risk also. That is also happening. But yeah, make sure you're taking a good safety whenever you're traveling, because
yeah,
not just mountains. I have seen people drowning in the seas as well, on the beaches as
mm,
well. And if you don't have experience, kindly go with someone who is more of a helpful for you, like someone
yeah,
in your group who is a good swimmer, or can help you out on something. That is a very good option to have, because don't do anything which is like a which you are doing for the first time, and you don't have anyone as a backup for you. So yeah,
mm,
that is a yeah, valid point to have. We are not just going with the fun element of it, but we also want to address all the risk and all the measures to be taken care of.
yeah,
So because if Abhishek is doing something, he is making sure that he's taking all the precautions in all the trips that he is having. And same
mm,
goes with me. If I'm going in the beach, I am going in that level that I can be able to get out of that part. I'm not going haywire and going crazy on that part, right? So yeah, these things we need to take care of, and yes, this is it. So anything else, Abhishek,
that's,
you want to add?
what about your destination after the lockdown?
Yeah, sorry, I completely forgot this thing. So yes, this point this question I have, because just being on Instagram and Facebook, you are seeing every day people are going Himachal Pradesh. I don't know why. I don't know why everyone is in Manali right now. Just it's just feel like the lockdown is over or the pandemic is gone. Everyone is in
uh,
Himachal. I saw that day that there is a big lane of cars and the vehicles that are gathered in one of the highways for Himachal Manali,
mm,
and they have a
mm,
like a 6 kilometer traffic jam over there. So everyone is going there, and I want to know why they are going there. And yes, I have heard about Himachal, and one of our good friend is there already, whose hometown is Himachal, Sandeep.
yes.
Yes. So I have seen his photos and I have seen his videos and all, and I'm very curious about going there. So yeah, after this Darjeeling trip, I already traveled Assam and all the places which
Mm,
were very breathtaking to me. But I want to explore something like a Himachal Pradesh first after this lockdown, as soon as possible, because I have not explored something like a snow places.
mm, proper snow place.
Yes, so it will be a mixture of mountains, snow, and
Uh,
those kind of environment over there. So that will be a first thing for me, first time experience for me. So yeah, my go-to place will be after this lockdown will be Himachal Pradesh for now.
nice.
Yeah.
You, I can
Ab-
assure you
yes.
कि एक दिन में नहीं हो सकता.
Uh,
Wherever we going, but it won't be able to. But हाँ, try to choose a destination which is not too crowded.
yeah, yeah,
So I
100%.
can give you an idea कि Manali I won't prefer because I've been to Manali. It's too commercialized. It's too overcrowded.
Yeah, yeah.
But try to explore places nearby Manali
Okay. Yeah,
or Shimla is good. Shimla is really good.
yeah.
I've been
No,
there.
whenever I'm planning, I will be talking to you. Don't worry about taking all the tips, whatever is required.
I'm that I'm the advisor, no.
Yeah, yeah. So I want to ask you any crazy story happened during any of your trip? Means any mistake or something happened that you will remember somehow? Because I have
Hmm.
plenty of those. I want to also add this thing, but I want to ask you first.
So सबसे बड़ा एक ट्रेवल का वो था when I was going to Ladakh. So I thought कि I have never drove a bike for like 12 days या फिर पूरे दिन. So
Hmm.
before Ladakh, let's do a small trip. I was in Bangalore, so मैंने चिकमंगलूर plan किया. So it was like 5 to 6 hours of bike journey. Okay, so I have booked my stay in a coffee stay. उसकी कॉफी ओनर बहुत बड़ा एक प्लांटेशन था, उसके बीच में ओनर का घर था, तो वहाँ पे मैंने होम स्टे लिया. इवन देयर ऑब्वियसली समर्स का टाइम था, तो वहाँ जाते जाते बैंड बज गई पूरी, इतनी धूप में. वहाँ रुका मैं, और फिर 2 दिन तक मैंने आई गेस आसपास की एरियाज को एक्सप्लोर किया. The day when I was about to leave, like so just 1 घंटा पहले, I was having a chat with the owner of that whole property. कि how do you manage? He was telling me कि I have 3 kids. मेरा एक बेटा वहाँ रहता है, एक बेटी यहाँ रहती है, एक बेटा वहाँ रहता है, और हम दोनों ही हैं. मतलब there was a old couple who used to manage this. और काफी देर बातें की मैंने, बिकॉज मेरा है कि मैं किसी भी ट्रिप पे जाता हूँ, सो आई आई टॉक विद पीपल, आई नो देम कि क्या है देयर स्टोरी एंड ऑल. सो बहुत अच्छे से बात की अंकल से, एंड आई टोल्ड हिम कि ओके आई विल बी बैक, आई जस्ट पैक माय स्टफ एंड आई विल लीव इन 5-10 minutes. सो मैं अंदर गया, एंड व्हेन आई केम बैक, लोग इकट्ठा हो गए थे जो भी वहाँ पे प्रॉपर्टी में थे, और वो अंकल फेंट डाउन होके नीचे गिरे हुए थे.
Oh shit.
And everyone is trying to wake him up, but he was not responding. उनकी वाइफ आई जो भी काफी एज में थी, she came and she was trying to help him out, but he was not responding. Or because I don't know the local language of their Kannada, so I was not able to communicate with them. I thought, let's take a car, किसी की भी कार लेके I'll drive it to the hospital, but I don't know the hospital, or I don't know the local language. Somehow we got someone, and there was a biggest problem that in that area there was no network.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can't call any ambulance. So somehow I managed, किसी से बात की, किसी को बोला, he came and then उनको अपनी कार में लेके गए, एंड क्योंकि हॉस्पिटल वहां से आई गेस 30 किलोमीटर दूर था, तो वहां से फिर हमने, आई थॉट कि ओके लाओ, ही वेंट टू द हॉस्पिटल, अब मैं क्या करूं यार रुक के, आई हैव टू लीव सो दैट आई कैन रीच ऑन टाइम बैंगलोर में. सो आई स्टार्टेड लाइक आफ्टर हाफ एन आवर आई लेफ्ट, एंड मेरे माइंड में थ्रू आउट द जर्नी फ्रॉम चिकमंगलुरु टू बैंगलोर टिल आई रीच माय flat, I was thinking ये कि उनको what happened to him, like is he okay or not, because I don't have a contact number, but उनके एक लड़के का contact number था मेरे पास, who was in Bangalore, and जिससे मैंने booking किया था, and the whole route यही दिमाग में चल रहा था कि, and I obviously like I wanted to reach safe, कि अगर ये चीज दिमाग में चलते चलते
It's
I
not
don't want
safe.
कि
Yeah.
मेरा कहीं, हाँ, तो I reached there my place, and then I called कि क्या रिस्पॉन्स है, तो किसी का रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आया जिससे मैंने बात की थी. आफ्टर next day I got this info कि he is no more, he got a massive heart attack.
Oh.
And actually he was father of जिससे मैंने बात की थी बैंगलोर में, so he thought कि ऐसा ऐसा हुआ, and I got really shocked. Shit, what happened? Like I went on a trip and this, I saw all this. और उसके बाद फिर एक हफ्ते बाद I got a call from that guy जो उनका लड़का था, and he told me कि it was a massive heart attack and this happened, and you are the only guy, मैं ही अकेला इंसान मतलब था लास्ट जिसने उनसे बात की, क्योंकि मेरे बात करने के बाद मैं गया और फिर पीछे से वो खड़े हुए, वो ऐसा हो गया. So he was asking me कि what happened, क्या तुम दोनों बात कर रहे थे, उनको कुछ हुआ नहीं. He was very normal, और हम लोग काफी ऐसे बात कर रहे थे, आप लोगों के बारे में बता रहे थे वो कि कैसे मैनेज करते हैं all that. So that is a like big बोल सकते हो कि किसी एक ट्रिप पे ऐसा एक बड़ा सा हुआ शॉकिंग मोमेंट. एंड then there are multiple, but there are like छोटे short किसी पे ये किसी पे
Sometimes
वो,
this
but
kind of thing happens and you won't go to that place again. Sometimes these things also happens. कि अगर कुछ ऐसा गलत हो गया है कुछ जगह पे, तो यू आर नॉट
Hmm.
गोइंग देयर अगेन।
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that is also a case. So मेरे साथ कुछ हुआ है, but that is like a very funny also, and it's kind of
Hmm.
accident also. So yeah, I
Hmm.
want to address that thing also. So this thing is about when I was in Pune, I went to
Hmm.
Matheran once. So have you been to Matheran earlier, Abhishek?
No,
Okay.
didn't win.
So yeah, no problem. So I went with my friends to Matharan. There were like six or
Ah.
seven friends whom I went with on a bike trip. Okay. So this thing happened. There was very heavy rain that was happening from 3 days on that particular
Hmm.
place, and that thing is all over on the news. That in Matharan, this landsliding and all the things are happening because of extensive rain. It was raining cats and dogs, and here my family knows that I went in that particular time in Matharan, and my phone is not reachable. Okay, so they
Hmm.
are very scared here, just looking at the
Hmm.
news, and they are not getting any news about me. Okay, so I
Hmm.
my plan was there to stay for 2 days there. So first day
Ah.
was went well. It was raining, but it went well. We enjoyed it and all. Second day we sort of exploring all the places, all the points that they have in Matharan, and we I was returning back very tired. Okay, so there is only two option, either to walk or take
Hmm.
that horse ride. Okay, so we didn't do the horse ride, so we were walking down, and while returning I was so tired that I had a raincoat like this covered up. Okay, so I can see only this much part of my
Hmm.
visibility. I can see only this much part, and one of my friend is walking near me. Okay, so I means my head was so down that I was so tired that my head was down and my body was like I was walking like a zombie by that time. When I was returning back, I was so tired. So I can see with that those in that particular gap, I can see that there are like there was a horse cart that was coming parallelly to me. Okay, in a parallel road
Ah.
to me. So I'm going one way here straight, and this horse ride should come in the opposite side in front
Ah.
of me. Okay, but it has a parallel road. But as I'm moving, I can see that horse ride is not going straight. It is just
Hmm.
coming near me, on top
Hmm.
of me. Okay, I am able to
Hmm.
see that this horse is coming, but I was so tired and I was so
Ah.
sleepy that I think that I am doing some mistake recognizing this thing, because that didn't register in my mind that this horse is coming on top of me. But I can
Hmm.
see that this horse is making too much of sounds and all. Okay, that the
Hmm.
sound that horse makes, he's making that sound, and that the rider or the horse rider, that he was about to stop the horse. Okay, but that horses are not listening to him.
Hmm.
So I am thinking that this horse will come and go on top of me, and I will be dead by that time. Okay, so that
Hmm.
horse came, and I kind of jumped like 2 steps further. Okay, this side, left side,
Hmm.
and I kind of saved myself. And then I saw what I saw is there is a big tree in my left side, which is
Ah.
means heavy, big older tree, which
Ah.
fell down. Okay, which fell
Ah.
down, and it fell on an electric pole, and there
Hmm.
is a big short circuit happened. Okay, so later when I jumped and I got to realize what happened is the horse kind of sensed that something wrong is happening, is
Ah.
wrong is going to happen, that this tree is going to fall. Okay,
Ah.
so he was taking a break. So and
Okay.
but the horse rider was not going with that break, so he kind of
Hmm.
changed his direction, that horse. Okay, just to save himself. And I
Hmm.
was so sleepy, but I kind of got a 2 second 2 second mindset or recognition that time, and I kind of jumped there. Either
Hmm.
that tree would have fallen on me, or the horse would have
Oh.
ridden on top of me, and there was a big short circuit happened, and the tree fell down. Everything happened, and then when I was returning back home, my phone was not reachable. My phone was kept in a plastic bag so that the it should not get wet and not in a bad shape.
Hmm.
Don't get in a bad shape. After reaching, I saw like there was like 78 missed calls from my family. They
Oh.
were trying to chase me down, and when I called them back, they asked me, where are you listening to this news, what's happening? and you're not responding back again and all. So I told them I reached safe and all, and don't worry
mm,
about me. And later on, after 2 3 months, I told them this story happened. This was like a very filmy situation, but it was equally threatening for me, because I could have been dead that time, because that there was a big tree that
yeah,
fell just near me, and my friend also
mm,
got saved because together we jumped like 2 steps further. So this is kind of a very shocking or a different kind of thing that happened during a trip, and I remember this thing very sharply. Yeah, yeah. Anything else, Abhishek?
there was another story, but uh, that we can cover in some
Yeah, yeah.
other topic,
Okay.
because that is something else.
Yeah,
तो वो एक अलग ही like है. I don't know the whole story. It went during my Ladakh. So maybe next time,
yeah.
um,
So guys,
अगर
we
वैसा
will.
कोई टॉपिक आता है.
Yes, yes. So guys, we will be
And
having. Yeah. Yes, yes, Abhishek.
yeah, but I have few things which I wanted to cover.
Yes,
Like
yes. Please go on. Please go
since
on.
the travel is
We
it's
are
my topic,
exploring all the
I
things.
can.
Okay, we are exploring all the
Yeah.
things, personal stories, everything. So go on,
Mhm.
please. Please
So
go on.
I can speak for this topic. So there are few two three things which I thought कि चलो I'll discuss कि as a childhood travel memory what I have and how I became this travel freak कि चलो यहाँ पे जाना है यहाँ पे जाना है अकेले ही जाना है या how I manage traveling and all the expenses. So I remember like when I was a kid, we my whole family, my dad used to book a big ऐसा jeep, जैसे पुराने टाइम में जीप
Yes, yes,
चलती थी.
yes.
I guess 12 seater.
Tracks,
And
tracks.
then
Was
हाँ,
it tracks?
yeah, I think वही होगा. Because
Yeah,
मेरी अब blurry blurry memory है थोड़ी उस
yeah,
चीज
yeah,
को लेके. And then we used to go nearby, maybe on a holy site, on a somewhere there and there. Used to cover all this. So traveling with a family has a different experience,
yeah,
because I used to travel maybe like 15 years, 15 years back, maybe. So then that time I used to travel with my family. We all used to go, and uh, उसके बाद सब चले गए, and my sister got married. They went some to their natives and all that. उसके बाद I think just before the lockdown, my whole family again we did a trip like after 15 years. ठीक है,
yeah, yeah.
we went to Jaisalmer, and Jaisalmer, Jodhpur, and this border area of Indo-Pakistan border. So traveling with a family and traveling solo and traveling with friends has its own unique
Yes, 100%.
experience.
100%.
And
Agree.
uh, solo mein obviously you can go anywhere. You have freedom to go and do
You
whatever you
don't have
can do.
responsibility. You
Yeah.
don't have that much
And with
responsibility.
traveling with but there's one responsibility that you have to come back safely.
Yes, 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 100%.
And with traveling with friends, obviously you're going to have a lot of fun. ठीक है, बट उसमें क्या है कि then you have to make a plan, or they have to go anywhere with a group of people. So सबका एक साथ मैच करना कि हाँ डिसीजन कि हाँ यहाँ पे चलना है यहाँ पे नहीं चलना है.
Yeah.
Sometime what's happened if I want to go somewhere else but my
Yes,
friend
yes.
doesn't want to go there, so
This
एक
kind of things
coordination होना.
happens.
It's
Yes.
yeah,
Agreement,
it's happened.
disagreement. This happens already in a group.
Yeah, and going with family is like it will be a very limited trip कि
Yeah.
तुम ज्यादा कुछ कर नहीं सकते उसमें, तुम ज्यादा मजे नहीं कर सकते उसमें,
You don't
but
have the
it
right
will be a
that time.
family time.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but you will have a family time which you're not gonna get maybe in future.
Yeah, yeah,
So traveling with different like family or solo, it has its own experiences. And planning a trip is the most important thing, because most of the time क्या होता है कि हम लोग बिना ट्रिप प्लान किए निकल लेते हैं, और फिर बहुत बाद में जब हम लोग आते हैं तो हमें रियलाइज होता है कि अगर हम लोग प्लान करके जाते तो maybe we could have saved this much of amount, or maybe
yeah.
हम लोगों के साथ कम प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं, कम ये होते सब कि होटल नहीं मिलना, यहाँ पे जाना डिलेज होना. And Yeah, that's it. For me, I never say specific कि I say for a trip.
Yeah.
Whatever I have that time, okay, let's see, we'll see कि क्या होगा
Yeah.
जाके
No,
घूम के आओ.
for us as a new generation, we like to plan everything like किस होटल में रहना
Yeah.
है, किस जगह पे जाना है,
Hmm.
कौन सा टाइम पे मैं रुकने वाला हूँ. So we make a note of everything.
Hmm.
But just like the older guys or the parents of of us,
Yeah.
they used their thinking was something different. They used to go there. They
Hmm.
used to plan something there itself. So वहीं पे होटल लेंगे, वहीं पे डिसाइड करेंगे कहाँ जाना है.
हाँ,
एंड
जाके
वेदर देयर
देख
इज
लेंगे.
कोई भी होटल वहाँ पे पसंद आ गया कि यहाँ पे खाना अच्छा मिलेगा, देन दे कुड हैव कैरिड ऑन देयर इटसेल्फ. सो ये दैट इज आल्सो कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट एक्सपीरियंस फॉर मी. मुझे सिर्फ इफ वी गो विद द फैमिली ट्रिप्स, आई ओनली रिमेंबर ऑल द रिलीजियस प्लेस बिकॉज फैमिली के
Hmm.
साथ आई वी डोंट गो एनी प्लेसेस लाइक माउंटेन्स एंड बीचेस. But yeah,
हाँ.
I did something after my 10th standard that was Vaishno Devi and Amarnath, which I
Hmm.
went for the first time to Jammu and Kashmir, and
Hmm.
that was also a surreal experience because I have not seen something that beautiful like Jammu and Kashmir.
You won't believe, like last week I was watching ki how to trek for Amarnath.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I went there actually. I in 10th standard I did my Amarnath Yatra as well,
Hmm.
and the other one what I completely forgot the name.
Vaishno
Vaishno
Devi.
Devi. Sorry, Vaishno Devi. I did it. It was like a
हाँ.
night trek that we did. So night. That temperature is very calm and cool. So we don't get that much sweat and all, and we can reach
Hmm.
easily. So what we had is after our dinner, we took like a 1 hour gap, and after that we
Hmm.
had like a one this much big glass of milk with jaggery khajur. Okay,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
खजूर दूध they used to call it. खजूर दूध पिया इतना
हाँ.
बड़ा glass, and then the
हाँ.
whole trip we didn't had anything. Okay, but 10 o'clock start किया, and then by 5 o'clock morning we have reached Vaishno Devi properly. But we took
Hmm.
lot of breaks because like completely straight a mountain. This
Hmm.
has a zigzag road, but the
Yeah.
duration and the thing is very hard. And for the young of us, we were not so active that time, so we faced our own problems that time. But
Hmm.
swiftly and softly we went, and we kind of reached it. But we had something to follow for that was Amarnath Yatra. We
Hmm.
started it. It was freezing cold that time. We started it, everything went well, but then we saw news that there was a landslide that happened on the further road. So the
Hmm.
road was completely gone in the next later on stages. So they kind of cancelled it, and they told all the tourists to return back to the base. So
Oh.
that plan didn't happen properly, but we kind of started it, and but because we were with the families, cousins, and all those things, that was a very memorable trip. And because this was Amarnath and Vaishno Devi, we had all the langars and all the things organized for us. That is like a very different feeling because
Hmm.
that is something they give as a charity there, all the raw materials, food, and all. We didn't do something like that in here in Maharashtra or something like that,
Yeah.
but there they used to do this, and they made very good food with all those raw materials, and we had those things for like 3 4 days, and everything was good.
Hmm.
So yeah, I remember those things very sharply because it was a very good experience for me. Those 4 5 days, whatever we had with family. Yeah, but as you said, with family and solo and with friends, these three things are completely different from each other. You will be exploring some of the things with family which you don't do it alone, something like that.
Hmm.
At least you don't have to take care of the food when you're with family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that would be more of a, like with family, it's more like a relaxed time
yeah, get together kind of
because
thing. Yeah,
you just go and stay on a place, बस पड़े रहो, देख के वापस आ जाओ.
yeah,
But going alone and with friends, like नहीं ये भी cover करना, ये भी cover करना, वहाँ पे भी जाना, वहाँ पे भी जाना.
yeah. But the I think the sense of bonding that happens in a family when
Hmm.
you are in a trip, but rather than you being at home, is something
Yeah.
very different, because the
Yes.
kind of
Agree.
bonding or the kind of care we have for each other doubles up
Hmm.
when you are going
Yeah.
outside. But अगर घर पे है तो you won't go in that room, particular room also.
Hmm.
But just because you
Yeah.
are outside in the world, and you have your family member with you, you have a certain responsibility to take care of him as well, as long as you
mm,
care take care of yourself. And that is like a little bit different feeling for me. What I feel, that is what I'm saying.
mm.
Yeah. So yeah, we have covered a lot of things today,
Yeah.
something very great. So to begin with, so yeah, guys, we will be having part twos of all the subject that we covered already. So if we have more guys adding in later on in the stages, and we have something more to tell you, or any different recommendation places we have, we will be covering in our part two episode of this particular subject. So that's it for now. We will be moving into a different topic next week onwards. So stay tuned. All the next episode will be live on next Tuesday. Please keep following us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you feel like. Please share with your friends as well. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever it is. Make this thing work for the other guys as well. Share this thing if you want other guys to take a recommendation of all the places we like want to you to explore. Please share it with your friends as well. So yeah, guys, please stay tuned. We will meet you next time onwards. Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye, guys.